and tuition waivers to students who are graduating from high school who win this contest. So it's a big deal, tuition waivers to SWAC, and James usually talks about that. I have 4 of our foundation members are on here. Caddy McEwen, Arnie Roblin, Karen Cunningham, maybe just 3. And these folks work really hard in the community, and they fundraise for us. They help us put this event on every year by connecting us with donors in the community who support scholarships. So I have the funnest job at SWAC by far because I get to deal with students. And if you guys are seniors in high school, my last pitch is you have until March 1st to apply for scholarships if you're coming to SWAC, and we'd love to have you apply. We always have art scholarships too. So that's it.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Elise, very much for that. I'm going to replace me with you, and then I'm going to go right back into our presentation here. So again, let's see, where am I? I'm here in the presentation. All right. Yes, the Southwestern Foundation has scholarships available, and we only have a couple weeks left in that process. So please log on to the Southwestern Oregon Community College website, go to the Southwestern Foundation website, and you'll see a general application for all scholarships. So you put in your information once, and then you are considered for scholarships for which you are qualified for. So it's a really easy way of applying for scholarships to SWAC. And I encourage everybody who's a high school senior right now to get on that piece of it too. Now, without any further ado, let's see, I have to try to get there we go. That's my slide. I'm James Fritz, Associate Professor of Art here at Southwestern. And now, without any further ado, let's get into this awards ceremony. First up are all the prize winners in grades 9 through 12. We're awarding ribbons, really nice, gorgeous ribbons for 1st through 4th place in each of the grade levels. And when we get through all of that, 16 ribbons will be awarded to 16 high school students. And then we will move into the grand prize winners. The grand prize winners will receive a cash award plus a 2-year tuition scholarship to Southwestern Oregon Community College. So let's get this underway, shall we? First up are the 9th graders, and in 9th grade, we're gonna count it down from 4th to 1st. So we're first gonna start off with the 4th place award in 9th grade. In the 9th grade division, 4th place, we have the soft sculpture named Thomas by Alexa Crum from Bandon High School. So congratulations, Alexa. And it's one of the few 3-dimensional pieces that we received in the show this year. Next up is going to be our 3rd place winner in the 9th grade division. So 3rd place in 9th grade is a piece called Freaky Physiology. It's a marker on paper piece by Emily Hampton of North Bend High School. And we just really got a kick out of this assignment given out by the North Bend art teacher. She did a fantastic job with this. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to take a moment here to thank all of the art teachers for their hard work and really helping us pull this together. This show could not have come together without us relying heavily this year on the art teachers to be able to do this. I know that everybody is teaching remotely and from home, and trying to pull all of these pieces together and bring them to the museum was a Herculean effort. So we thank all of the high school art teachers for this. Next up is the 2nd place in 9th grade. And in 2nd place, 9th grade, the illustration graphite drawing Tranquility by Danielle Rock from Bandon High School. And here's where I have to insert a little bit of explanation. This show was completely juried in a blind jury situation. All of the names and titles on the pieces were all not present, and so we didn't know who had done what when we were jurying the show. And this will become apparent when we see the 1st place in 9th grade division winner. which is Lays, a colored pencil piece also by Danielle Rock of Bandon High School. So congratulations to Danielle. She really impressed the jurors in the show this year. We've got a really funny kick out of this piece. It feels a lot like what a ninth grader experience of life is, that, you know, lazily resting kind of on a branch as a relaxing animal. We're going to go now to 10th grade. And so again, fourth place in 10th grade is up. And that is the Untitled piece by Evan Hernandez of North Bend High School. We didn't quite understand why this had such a difficult title, or an ambiguous title for a frog on a branch, but it's a beautiful, beautiful piece done in marker. And so we just got a big kick out of this. Next up is the 3rd place in 10th grade division. And that is another freaky physiology mixed media piece by Sydney Howard of North Bend High School. Apparently you guys really like physiology in your art classes, because this seems to be a theme among the grades here. Next up will be our 2nd place in 10th grade division. And the winner is Home, a watercolor by Marta Fernandez Cantador from Bandon High School. This is just an exquisite little watercolor, and it is displayed wonderfully in the museum. I really want to encourage you guys to come to the museum and see this installation of pieces, especially on a Saturday afternoon if you can make it, because the museum is open from 1 to 4 on Sunday afternoons, and we just ask that you call first to make sure that you can get in. You know, during COVID, we've got really limited capacity for having guests in the museum. So especially if you're bringing a group of people with you, you have to limit your group to 6 or fewer, and please call ahead to make arrangements for that. Up next is the 1st place award winner in the 10th grade division. This is just an incredible drawing. Building Bird, a graphite and ink drawing by Elra Knight from Bandon High School. We loved this drawing. This is a great project. It's a wonderful assignment from the art teacher, and we love how all of these different textures are worked into the subject matter, in this case, bird. So congratulations to Elra Knight for this wonderful drawing. We're moving on now to 11th grade. So we're going to look at the 4th place finisher in 11th grade. And that is Vader by Elias Frakes. It's a graphite and ink drawing. Now, I have to tell you, sometimes we're not crazy about pieces that are inspired by pop culture, perhaps especially comic books and sci-fi and stuff like that. But this was an incredible drawing, and it rolled our socks up and down when we looked at it. So congratulations to Elias Frakes from Reedsport Community Charter School for his work, Vader. Next up is the 3rd place in 11th grade. And that goes to The Universe Within Us, an acrylic painting on paper. No, it's on canvas, excuse me, by Rosie Springer from Gold Beach High School. And we loved the silhouettes and the imagery that was combined into this piece. This was an incredible piece. Next up, our 2nd place winner in 11th grade goes to Shadow Forest. Now, we've got this listed as a photograph here, but I have to say that I think that this is a mixed media digital piece. This is not a photograph, and yet this was one of the digital art pieces from Crater Renaissance Academy. This is by Kyra Mentier, and this was just a really interesting, dark, moody, and yet sophisticated use of color, shape, and composition. And so we did get a kick out of this. So congratulations, Kyra. Next up is 1st place in the 11th grade division, and that award goes to Small Grass. a wonderful digital photograph by Olivia Matos of Crater Renaissance Academy. Crater Renaissance is a little bit outside of our service district here in Coos and Curry County, but they have a really strong digital program in digital art and photography, and made a really strong showing this year in our museum show. So congratulations to Olivia Matos. We're moving now to 12th grade, the 12th grade division. And first up will be our 4th place finisher in 12th grade. And that award goes to this wonderful painting of a seascape, In Certitude, an acrylic painting by Hannah Bristow of Bandon High School. We loved the impasto painting, working, with a palette knife to move that pigment around on the canvas. And this is just a really incredible painting. It displays really well, and it shows a lot of painting experience and technique for somebody in 12th grade. So good job, Hannah. Very good. Next up is 3rd place in 12th grade. And this is Epic Guitar Man. It's a digital art piece by Connor Sutton, again from Crater Renaissance Academy. This piece made us all laugh. And when you can make the judges laugh, that's a good impact, a good result to have too. So this is kind of a digitally manipulated drawing using digital media. And again, we got a really interesting kick out of this one. So 3rd place in the 12th grade division. Next up is 2nd place, and 2nd place award goes to Terrified, a ceramic sculpture by Jennifer Spitale from Brookings Harbor High School. So I know that I can hear the cheering, even if you're not on camera and you're not on the microphone right now. But I do see that we've got some Brookings Harbor High School folks that are in on the chat today. So we really enjoyed this piece. It's quite an accomplishment for a sculptural piece in ceramics. So we appreciate the work that went into this by Jennifer on this piece. The last one is going to be our 1st place finisher in 12th grade. And so blue ribbon in 12th grade goes to Puddles Reflection. This is a very wonderful digital photograph by Tiffany Gallagher from Crater Renaissance Academy. And this was shot in a puddle, and it's a bunch of buildings and architectural elements reflected in this puddle on the ground. And it's just a wonderful piece of abstraction in photography. And we thought very highly of this piece. So congratulations to all of the winners in grades 9 through 12. We are now moving on to the most, well, not the most important, but the biggest prizes in this show. The next prizes are the top 3 finalists, Best of Show and Overall Division for Visions 2021. And these prizes include a cash award that's a significant cash award, and a 2-year tuition waiver scholarship to Southwestern Oregon Community College. So the 2nd place overall winner of Visions 2021 is, I'm sorry, 3rd place overall. But anyway, it's a $75 cash prize and a 2-year tuition waiver scholarship. And it's called The Beauty of Falling Apart. It's a marker piece by Alanya O'Rourke from North Bend High School. And we just thought that this was, even though it has a subject matter of skeletons and, darkness and all of that kind of stuff, we got a kick out of the lightness of the flowers and the flower petals and all the rest of it. So between the foliage in the background and the grass, we just got a real kick out of this juxtaposition of imagery. So congratulations to Alanya O'Rourke from North Bend High School. Next up is the 2nd place overall finisher. And Second place overall is As I Lay Dreaming, a mixed media drawing by Irie Johns, from Creator Renaissance Academy. This gets a $100 cash prize plus a 2-year tuition waiver to Southwestern. The colors and the use of light in this were just amazing. And we just thought that this person has really mastered some drawing media in digital art. So congratulations to Irie Johns of Creator Renaissance Academy. Which brings us to the final prize that we're giving out today. The next prize is the Best of Show for Visions 2021. And so, without any further ado, Best of Show Visions 2021 is Can You Read the Stars, an acrylic painting by Hannah Bristow of Bandon High School. This Best of Show award comes with a $250 cash prize plus a 2-year tuition waiver to Southwestern Oregon Community College. The painting is a very difficult, very challenging painting. It's a large format painting. It dominates the gallery. Upstairs, we're dealing with 2 figures, portraits, figure painting, plus lots of symbolic painting in the background. And so this is quite an ambitious piece. And so we congratulate Hannah Bristow of Bandon High School, winning this year's Best of Show for Visions 2021. So finally, the last slide I have before I come back to you as a talking head is this slide. And if Stephen Brooks wants to come back on to make any more comments on this information, please do. But we want to thank all of you, the teachers, the parents, and all of the students who worked so hard to get your pieces finished and get them delivered to the museum for this exhibit. It was very important for us this year that with all of the other institutions around the state closed, libraries and schools and sporting events and everything else, that we try to maintain some kind of cultural presence in the community. And the museum is working very, very hard to stay open and to mount real, wonderful, top quality museum shows for you, the viewing public. So please come to the Coos Art Museum. It's in downtown Coos Bay, 235 Anderson Avenue. And there is an admission at the door. It's $2 for students and seniors and free to members of CAM. The hours are Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. But we do have Saturday hours. So those of you who are in school, please come over on Saturdays from 1 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Now, museum visitors are limited to a total of 6 people in the museum building during this extreme risk designation. And that's subject to change every 2 weeks, depending on how Coos County is reevaluated in the state risk designation system. But please call ahead, contact either the lobby at coosart.org, that's the website, or call us on our number 541-267-3901 so that you can make arrangements for a visit and make sure that you can get your group there. If you're bringing a group, please make sure that it's 6 people or fewer if you're going to bring a group. Stephen, did you want to make any other comment on this?
No, I simply wanted to congratulate the students who participated in the show. You've been very thorough about covering the information regarding the museum, and I appreciate that.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I want to thank everybody for attending this today. Virtual openings of a museum show and virtual award ceremonies are not exactly the same thing as being there in person, but we do appreciate you coming to this Zoom meeting today. And we do hope that you can come to the museum sometime in the next 6 weeks to take in this wonderful show. So thank you all very much for attending today. If you've got any questions, I'm going to leave this open for a little while for the after party so that those of you who wanted to talk or ask any questions of the museum director or myself can. But otherwise, the rest of you, thank you for coming. And hopefully we'll see you at the museum or at Southwestern Oregon Community College next year as a possible student. So thank you and good afternoon. And now if anybody who is an award winner who has any questions or needs to talk to one of us who are an official here with Southwestern or with the museum, you can go ahead and unmute your mic if you've got any questions or comments for this. Most people aren't ready with a question or a comment, especially if it's got to be in front of other people, especially in a Zoom meeting. And I can appreciate that. Cheryl, you're here. What's up?
I have a question about I saw that you were recording this. Are you going to share that with all your art teachers, or do I need to request that you share the meeting record with me?
I'm going to send this out to the listserv that I've been sending things out generally to. So it's going to go out to everybody, people who are in attendance today and people who could not attend today. So the teachers will get it. And then if you need to share the YouTube posting with your students, you can send that to your students because I don't have any of these students' emails. So the teachers will have to distribute that themselves. I had a little oversight and I hit the record button about 5 minutes into our presentation. My apologies, but that way you kind of get to fast forward through some of the boring stuff. So there you go. Any other questions or comments for us? Concerns? Well, I want to thank you all for being here. If you have a question, you can unmute your mic. I'll see the mic unmuted, and then I can go ahead and call on you, and you can have, there we go. Alexa would like to say something. Hello, Alexa.
Hi. Do we pick the ribbons up, or are they going to be like mailed out to the school districts and stuff?
Well, Elise, did we decide to mail out the ribbons? Is that what we're doing?
We'll mail out ribbons and a certificate. And for the top 3 winners, I have a form that you need to fill out, and then we'll get you your award money also.
Okay, fantastic. So yes, and right now, or at least as of last week when I photographed all of these pieces, the awards were displayed with the pieces in the museum. So I don't know if the awards, the ribbons themselves are still up on the walls, but they were when I was photographing all of the work. So congratulations to everybody.
James, we took down the large ribbons and we have small ribbons in their place right now.
Okay.
So those will be in the mail soon, I believe.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you very much, Stephen. That's fantastic. All right. Anything else for the good of the order? If you have a question or comment or concern, please go ahead and unmute your mic and you can make yourself known. And otherwise, I think we're going to bring this to a conclusion. So thank you one and all for coming today, and have a good weekend. Stay dry, and please come to the museum to check out the show. And please come to Southwestern next year if you're a senior. We'd love to have you in our own art department here. So from Southwestern, I want to say goodbye for now, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.